33, we discussed the liver and the lung and the relationship. So we say this week we mainly talking about organs functions. So we just discuss lung and the relationship with the heart. Now we discuss the lung relationship with the liver. So liver, 5 elements relationship, the color is the green. And the 5 elements is the wood. The lung relationship, the color is the white. And the 5 elements belong to metal. So when we put the liver to the water, it will sink. I'm not sure have you like eating or cooked the liver before when you wash it and you put on the water. It's heavy. It's heavy. It will go to the bottom part of the water. And we know basically liver is the solid organ. Yes, solid organ. If you put it in the water, it will go to bottom part of the water. And then we say liver belong to wood. But if we put the wood to the water, it will be floating. That's right. Yeah. Everybody have experience. Put wood in the water, the wood will be floating. That'll be interesting here. There are difference. Yeah, there are difference. Why there are difference? And the same thing. When put the lung into the water, it will be floating. So truly, I believe most people don't eating the lung, but the lung tissue we know is a lot of alveoli inside. Alveoli holding the air. So look like half of the lung is empty there. Lot of air inside. So that's truly when you put into the water, they will be floating. So that's the lung. Yeah, that's lung because lot of air inside of the lung. But we say lung belong to metal. If we put a metal to the water, that's truly metal will go to the bottom part of the water. So that's the question here. Why? Yeah, just why. Yeah, just question here, why? We say the organs match with 5 elements. The 5 elements with the organs look like there are difference here. Why? So pretty interesting question. Then let's see the answer here. Okay, so we still need to go back of our heaven's theme. Still the same picture. We have 10 heaven's theme and the relationship with 5 elements. And in each of the 5 elements, they have yin and they have yang. So still remember, 甲乙, yeah, 甲乙. We say we have yang wood, we have yin wood. certainly Yang would go to gallbladder. Yeah, Yang would will be gallbladder. Yin would will be liver. And also we have metal. Yeah, we have metal. Metal is 更新. Yang metal. Yeah. Yang metal will large intestine. Yin metal will be lung. So thus we say liver, it is wood. But the music is doesn't matter for us. Yeah, that's the music note here. But we say thus belong to yin wood. So all the yin yang they pair each others. We have yang wood, we have yin wood. They pair each other like a husband and wife. So they are yin-yang relationship, just like a husband and wife kind of relationship there. So we pair each other. And the next page. So thus we say the liver is yin wood. And because it is yin wood, they taking some like little bit in from the geng. I think that's some translator here. So we need a chart here. So basically the lung and the liver relationship metal here and the wood here. So it is some relationship here. Generally they are in the control circle and also in insulting circle. So there have some relationship in there. So that means the yin wood take something from the lung and then they will go to water. I think this part, you just think about that's the yin wood. Yeah, yin wood will be more yin, then they will sinking down to the water. So that's they talking about when liver go to the water, they will go down. That's mainly is the yin wood. Yeah, mainly is yin wood. But in Nan Jing originally, they talking about the relationship wood and the metal. So they will take some heavy part from the metal. So that's why when put to the water, they will sinking down. And the next page, they talking about the lung. So we say lung is not a pure metal. And we say pure metal will be heavy. But because the lungs still belong to in part, still belong to in part. So means it is opposite to it originally natural there. So that's why, like they pair with the in 5 elements still here. We say wood here, fire here, and metal here. When we talk about the wood, metal control wood. And they take some metals like natural things. Now the metal take some fierce natural things. So that's more young natural there. Fair is more young natural there. So this kind of relationship, this kind of relationship with the lung, take more young natural. When they take more young natural, so that's why put in the water, they will floating. So that's basically explanations why they put to the water, not exactly matching with their naturals, like matching their 5 elements. And then something changing. Then something changing. What's the things changing? If we cooking the lung, like lung is maturity means when we cooking the lung, when we cooking the lung, it will be sunken. And when we cooking the liver, means liver maturity, it will be floating. That's why I never try like after cooking they will be sinking or they will be floating before. But that's in the Nanjing. Maybe next time, if we have a chance. I think we are easily to find the liver, like animal liver here. But look like a little bit hard to find the lung in here for cooking or not cooking. If we have a chance, we can try it. We can try it to see after it cooking. The lung will be sunken, and after cooking, the liver will be floating. So we can try it. But we just follow the books mentioned here to see what's that answer here. So they still talking about in metal, sin belong to in metal. So when we cook it, after we cook it, it's not like the living things. We say the living things, they will pair each other like yin holding yang, yang holding yin. In metal, they must be holding some yang inside. But after we cook it, like yin yang totally separate. So that's no yin, no yang there, just the metal. So that's why metal will be go to the bottom part of the water. So no yin, no yang in there anymore. Because it died. Because it died. And the same thing Yi wood is yin wood. Yeah, yin wood relationship with the liver. Still, halfway cooked, yin yang separate. No 出来 yin, no 出来 yang in there. So that's return it natural wood natural. So that's natural pour wood will be floating. So basically in these chapters, look like we use the pretty simple things, but give us explanations. So basically what is talking about in these chapters, we are not only talking about something floating, something sinking. We're talking about for the living things or for the life. And even individually organs with life, like the liver, like the lung. When we're talking about they belong to wood, and they belong to in wood, but same thing, same time, they holding some yang inside. Because they holding some yang inside, they show up some yang nature or some yang aspected. And the same thing for the lung, they belong to metal. Look like metal is hard, but they still holding both yin yang inside for the life things. But if there are no life in there anymore, yin yang separate, and all the organ died, no yin, no yang anymore. So they will truly show up metal, natural, or wood natural. So that's basically just give us an example here. Yeah, just give us an example here. What it should be show up, but truly tell us all the organs, they have whatever they belong to yin or belong to yang, they have both yin yang inside. They show up both yin and yang. But when they died, truly no yin, no yang. So that's basically for this chapter.